not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
Hello, family. How y'all doing, baby? It's Sunday. Oh, we're going to start a whole new week off, baby. Glad to see y'all are here. Oh, got to scroll my thing here. Dwayne Dwizzle. Wait a minute. I'm getting a sip of my elixir. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, it's Sunday, baby. I'm glad y'all are here. I am back from Cancun. As you see, we're back here in the studio. It was a wonderful trip down there to the beach. I enjoyed myself tremendously. Dwayne Dwizzle, first one to jump in, baby. And followed by Stephanie Dean, and Lord have mercy, Jade, who had to go back to work. But they had a crazy, crazy weekend, so they had a great time. Anyway, he'll be back, I'm sure. Yeah, he's that kind of guy. Anyway, Dorothy Tyndall's here, Sarge Tech, Oddly Wired, our poet, baby. Larry Ian, Debbie Maria's here, Adina Michael J is here, Lynn Batt, Terry Montgomery. I'm doing just fine, baby. How the hell are you? Or as Mary Ellen would say, just fine. That's for all care. Anyway, Martha Oliveira is here. Randy Kervin, Rantin' Randy, is with us, buddy. Thank you always for coming by and visiting with us. Need to jump in here with us sometime. Let me see. Bernadette Pree is here. Thank you very much, darling. Curtis Wood. Catherine Wildermuth from Rodeo, California, baby. Glad to have you. My buddy Keith Thompson up in Minneapolis. And Paula is here, as is Susan Jarrett. I'm sorry, baby. Cheryl Cashman, there's my buddy. Pandora Spice is with us. Let me see. That's new, Pandora Spice. I haven't seen her before, or that one before. I appreciate you being here. Tina Riley, all the way from down under. Look at there. Greg Talbert, my buddy's out there in California. He's got something going on with his butt. Oh, I'm sorry. You have a ham on the smoker, and it's sunny and 77 up. Greg, I hope you're eating the life up, baby. Enjoying it tremendously. I'm glad you're here. And there's Mary Ellen herself. Miss Linda is with us. Phantom Kimishita, glad you're here, darling. Let me see. And Lauren McGrath. I'm sorry, I got to get my... Dizzy Duke is here. I got to hit the button and get down here and catch up. Richard Phillips, Big Johnson's in the room. Maria Betancourt, T-shirts on the way, baby. Michael James, T-shirts on the way, right?
Yep.
Yeah. T-shirts are on the way. Donna Bonacosi, I'm so glad to see you out there. Tell Fred I said hello. And there's Dorothy Tyndall. We have a big family, baby. A very big and diverse family full of people that love each other and reach out to each other all the time. And we make friends on here, and we learn to communicate with everybody. So it is with a sad heart that I'm going to let you know that one of our Blue Dots passed away on Friday. Lori Bragg passed away. She had gone to the hospital evidently last January because of a severe headache, and it turned out to be a brain tumor, and we lost her on Friday. So our condolences and our heartfelt thoughts go to her family, and I want to thank David Barma for letting me know. I appreciate it when one of our friends lets us know, so we can properly say goodbye, because we've already lost a lot of Blue Dot family members in this family already. It didn't take long after this family formed before we started losing some, and every time we do, it's a little pain in your heart that just. Anyway, we were going to miss her, and I want to let anybody know that it may be communicated with Lori that she would no longer be in the room anymore. But anyway, her spirit, as with others, live on through us, so we'll keep it alive, baby. That's what we do here, and we stay in the fight regardless of what. Anyway, I want to thank you for being here and being a part of this family. Oh yes, that was entertaining. I hope you did enjoy that. Thanks to Travis's artwork there. He put me in Cancun.
Look, let's just get one thing clear here really quick.
What?
Do not say hard work, because if it was hard work, it'd look way better than that.
Hey,
that
I
was
had
just
to
what
move
we
that
can do
screen
in
all the way
5
from
minutes.
over there to right over here behind. That was not easy to do.
Okay, yeah.
As a matter of fact, according to union rules, I had to take a break halfway across the floor over here, and that took a good 30 minutes.
Sure.
You know. Diana Mallory bequeather of the Gong donated $10 and said, "And the Emmy goes to John and Travis Bridevo for their adventures in Cancun. That was very entertaining. Thank you." That is not the only place I plan to travel, by the way.
No.
I plan to travel to quite a few places. Might even testify in front of the Senate. I don't know. We're in negotiations right now. The idea of the HR 15962B, the he needed slapping law, it might be taken under consideration by the Senate, and I might have to testify. We don't know yet. Anyway, I want to thank Gene Scheinel, I hope I'm pronouncing that, for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much, and welcome to the family, baby. Family grows every time we turn around. Let me get all that straightened up. Anyway, who do we have in the room? We have me.
Yeah.
That's it. Just me.
I thought you were going to do your opening monologue.
Well, what's my monologue? I got a few things written down at the. We can start off with the title of the show. That the polls show that majority of Republicans are ignorant, are stupid. Well, we kind of figured that out, but you always have to remember, caveat this all the time, with more than half of the Republican Party, which is about 30% of our population. So we're talking about 15% of the people in this country still believe that the election wasn't won and it's not legitimate. So that's the title of the show, is that Republicans are stupid. And they're going to remain stupid as long as Donnie Boy keeps spitting out his shit. And that's what he was doing this weekend down there in Palm Beach. He had, what is that, the RNC, the Donors Summit. Yeah, baby, this is where all the high rollers, man, they come down to get the pep talk down there. Now the actual event was held at a luxury resort not too far from Donnie's place, but they all had to be bussed over to Mar-a-Lago, golden sunshine, golden showers, and fine Russian hospitality. They had to bus over there to get Donnie's speech, where he continued on to call McConnell a dumb son of a bitch. He got after his wife, Chow, the transportation secretary. And he pointed out the fact that McConnell had not thanked Donnie near enough for getting Chow on the cabinet there as transportation secretary. Anyway, badmouthed her. Badmouthed Mike Pence, disloyal Mike Pence. He was very disappointed in Mike Pence for not overturning the election. It goes on and on. It goes on and on. The election was stolen. That's the continuing message from that babbling baboon. Oh, I'm sorry, orangutan. I understand there was some kind of relationship between his mother and an orangutan. I don't know. I heard it on the internet, so it must be true. So the orangutan, the orange orangutan. It's sad, because we're going to watch the Republican Party divide itself down. Those, like we said before, that are evaporating away from the party, that have some kind of common sense left in their brain, are leaving behind the half that they're cooked, baby. They're like the people down the street from me. You know, they're not all there. They just, they just see a golden idol and they're attracted to it, and they're going to hold on to their fat, ugly, orange baboon orangutan for as long as they can.
I used to believe that, but now I just think they're more
Dicks.
Yeah.
They're just a regular dick.
Which, by the way, to everybody,
Just a dick. In case they're watching, how you dick?
Son of a bitch. So basically put, really quick before we go any further and before we bring the room in. So to anybody who watched on Facebook, I saw some questions that go in, does the video have audio? The video does have audio, but there are times where the audio cuts off. Bottom line is this.
I don't want to do it, but if you force me to do this shit, there's going to be a hell of a video out there.
No, there is. We're already going to start. I already have a 25-minute video ready that I'm editing the audio for because I want to make sure everybody hears all the dialogue crystal clear. I'm done. This has been going on for months. We've reached out to these people. No. We've reached out to these people, and they don't give a shit. So if that's the case, then fuck it. We were on our front porch, couldn't enjoy the weather without that little shit doing his thing. So if that motherfucker wants to keep it up, don't worry, we got it. And that's all I got to say about it. So everybody watching the video, thank you. It'll be on YouTube later, and part 1 will be out tomorrow. Yay! You little motherfucker.
We have tried our best to be quiet.
I'm fed up.
Not
Let's just get one thing. Yeah.
Anybody that knows what's been going on, that's been going on for a long time. He's a little prick who lives down the street who can't get us out of his head. He loves me, evidently. He
loves all of us. And he wants us to go out in the street and fight.
Yeah, he wants to get physical out in the street, and I'm not going to go out there.
No, of course not. We're not stupid. We're not as fucking stupid and demented like he is.
I want my neighbors to be friendly people, but they refuse to be.
Look,
so what do you do?
I don't want them to like me.
I don't care if
they like me. Just keep to your fucking selves.
Quit revving your freaking engine up and yelling profanities all over the neighborhood because you're going to start hearing some shit you don't want to hear about.
Yep.
Anyway, let's leave it right there. Where were we, by the way?
We're introducing
talking
Discord.
about dicks. Oh, Donnie. Yeah, that's who we were talking about.
I thought we were going to
It's
Discord.
the same people. It's the same thing.
I thought we were going to Discord.
No, they just live in a fantasy land where they think they're patriots or good citizens or whatever the hell they want to imagine themselves to be, that they're not. And that's what we talk about all the time. It's a bumper sticker to them. Being a good citizen or being a good neighbor is just, it's words to them. It doesn't mean shit. I support the blue flag line bullshit. Yeah, until they decide to beat your head with a stick, they love you. It's just like that. It's all a bumper sticker to them. Nothing means shit to them. Nothing. It's words. It's just words. And they like saying them. I'm a Christian. I know people that go to church every time the doors are open. Ain't that some shit? And then you come and do what you did with me. Fuck you. Sell your Christian shit somewhere. Anyway, where were we? We were introducing Aussie Dave. Aussie Dave is in the room, baby. How you doing down under?
I'm fine. Enjoying a lovely autumn day.
Autumn day.
Good
deal, mate.
And I just caught your video, and I'm sorry to see what's going on in your street, John.
It goes on all the time. Yeah, that's the way they are. That's who they are. That's who he is.
I know, and I understand what sort of people they are. I'm going to mention later on the show today a documentary I watched last night about these particular people. I'll bring it up later on the show. It's quite interesting, but I'll let you bring the rest of the room in.
Alrighty. Well, thanks, Dave. I appreciate you being here, brother. And
Thank
our
you.
own Bernadette out in California, baby. How are you, darling?
I'm good, John. A hell of a lot better than you. I could sit on my porch and not be harassed.
Well, we try.
I'm not going to stay long because there's a lot of people that want to talk today. But I just have a suggestion.
What's that, baby?
There's a lot of cross-pollinating going on with the Horn Network, and there's a lot of people over there that are astute in law. Let's put it that way. And perhaps you can just make mention and get some suggestions as to what you could possibly do in this particular situation. I'm just saying, put the word out there. You might, get a really good suggestion come back as to.
There are several attorneys over in the Horn family.
Miss Kincaid herself.
Yes.
Yes.
personally because she's pretty astute in the law. Also.
Yes, she is. Went to law school.
Yes. Dad's really reserved, and I'm just going to say it on behalf of my family. Yeah, if anybody's got some really good legal advice, please hit us up. Because we've got some...
Why I know your father is reserved, and I know he doesn't like to talk about his personal business.
Nope.
And my suggestion is that contact Miss Kincaid offline and have a conversation.
I'll do
and that's
that.
all I'm saying.
I'll do that, actually,
Okay.
Bernadette. I think I'll get in touch with her because, I mean, me and
The
Dad
sad
both
thing
know,
is we're dealing with a family issue here.
They
Where you
made-
saw that truck leave from and back up in that video, he's leaving his grandpa's house. When he passes by her, gets on the
I
edge.
understand all that, John.
I got the
but
whole
at some
freaking family
point-
on this street. They just bought a brand new fucking piece of property right over near me.
Yep.
So we're inching
understand.
closer.
I'm just saying there are quite a
Smells
number
up
of
the
people
neighborhood.
out there that could possibly give some advice as to what can be done in this type of a situation, especially since a lot of it is being documented. Let's put it that way.
Oh, everything's being documented.
Again,
baby.
I got
and they
25
can't fucking sneeze coming out of their front door that's on tape.
Yes.
And that's not intentional. Your house just happens to be in the view of my security camera. That's, it records everything on this freaking street, and I can zoom in right underneath your house. What do you want to know?
I'm just
You know,
saying.
what kind of beer
There's a
you
lot
drinking?
of people out there that do have information and would possibly like to
And I would,
make suggestions.
Yes.
Just put it that way.
Any
Okay.
other neighborhood,
Suggestion.
if your neighbor told you, hey, Bob or Tommy, I got a security system here that shows the whole street, so if anything ever happens, just hit me up, buddy, and I'll help you. Yep. Yeah, that's not the way these people look at it. He's spying on
I
us.
understand.
Yeah,
we do have to remember the title of the show.
They're
And there are
stupid.
still quite a number of
stupid.
stupid people in this country.
Well,
okay?
these take the cake.
Just
They
not
think
saying
they are
anybody in
something they're
particular,
not.
they're just out there, okay?
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
I'm gonna go back to monitoring YouTube and speaking with people out there and saying thank you and doing all the things that I'm supposed to do, including saying hit the like button on your way in the door or on your way out or
Either
even
way.
while you're in the meeting here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit that like button
share, and
let's
subscribe.
get these ratings up, okay?
we
Family.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much,
Anytime.
Bernadette.
No problem.
All right, baby.
No
we'll
problem.
talk to you in a little bit. Let's get David in here.
Bye.
Wait, you ain't leaving. Yes, she is. She's leaving. She's going over to the blue room.
John, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, David, and you?
Unfortunately, suddenly popular and in demand.
You are popular and in demand? What is bad about that?
You won the lotto.
Huh?
When I just got
One cross
people are
lotto.
now calling and needing to talk to me.
Yeah?
I'm surprised your neighbors had the time and they weren't preparing to participate in one of the White Lives Matter rallies.
Yeah. Oh,
I can't say they haven't.
Yeah, I can't say they haven't
that's
been
true.
there.
I can't say they
Yeah.
haven't, but then again, it's like one of those
It
things
would be
where,
right up their alley, though.
Yeah.
I'm in here just briefly today to offer you, all of you, moral support. I
Yeah, we
think
appreciate
this is. I really can't put words into it without getting impolite and possibly getting your video demonetized, and I don't want to do that.
No.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
The the video that we posted is just, it's gonna.
Yeah,
I watched the
it's
video.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the second one. I will be following those.
Yeah.
I'm saying you got moral support, and I'll be listening to the whole show later. I just had to get in here and say, yes, you have a lot of people behind you, as much as we can be.
You saw the video, David?
I saw the one you posted today. Yeah, I watched it a little bit before the show started.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I thought you was coming in to comment on how great my legs look.
Well, there is that. I mean, but
Are you shitting me? I said, oh, Lord, can't you
it's
cut that out
greatly-
right there where I'm sitting there?
It's
with-
greatly appreciated, David, and that goes to anybody who's been reaching out. Because I'm getting a flood of messages right now, and we've been dealing with it since August of last year, and it just there's times where I
wears
feel
on
like
you.
what, things have been a little bit quiet, and then boom, and it's like if we can't sit on our front porch without them from the street,
It comes in waves.
yeah. So it's like, but we got enough to. The thing is bottom line is this: we're gonna have to be neighbors after this is all said and done. And I'm really not wanting to push
We're
it further than we
desperately
have to.
letting it be known that we don't want any trouble.
Yeah.
We don't holler
But
at you
they
when you
all know
drive
that.
by. We don't do shit. We don't look at your house. We don't nothing. Nothing.
And the thing
This
is,
is
we
being
got
perpetrated by, well, especially two little dicks.
yeah. And
Who live
but we
next
need
door
to
to
be
each
clear. We have personally reached out to the family of these people. We have talked to these family. Got really fucking scary at some of these calls, which thankfully we have documented, but they know, so they're asking for it. Anyway, that's enough on that.
Oh, I told them,
They're
you're
least-
talking
Okay.
to me on the phone. I'm recording the fuck out of it. Anyway.
You know what, guys?
Let's talk
You know
about
what,
something
guys?
else.
This is the John Bridovo. This is a John Bridovo show, not your fucking neighbour's show. So
Yeah,
fuck them,
yeah.
forget about them, and let's get on with some good times.
There you go. Let's bring Mitch and Julie in.
Yeah. On that note, I
Hey,
will,
what's
I'll
up,
talk to you guys later.
everybody?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Wait a minute. I see Mitch, Julie, and family.
Yeah, everybody's here. Say
Everybody?
hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
I'm
We
glad
just
you're
finished our dinner.
outstanding. What'd you have?
We had a smoked Italian sausage. Zach cranked it on the smoker,
Outstanding.
and spaghetti. It was really good.
Outstanding.
Did you bring enough for everyone?
Really, I'm hungry.
I don't know. I don't think it's dinner time by you, Dave.
Anytime in Australia is
egg,
eating
mate.
time.
There you go. I don't care what time it is. It's time to eat. Shit.
That's it.
So tonight's my last night as a civilian. Tomorrow I start my new job.
Oh, no shit. Outstanding,
Yes.
brother. Outstanding. Returning to the world of daily drive, huh?
Yeah, well, that's some
Getting
good
after it.
news. So
Good.
it's going to be 3 days of orientation and then 2 days of product training, and then the rest is all disorientation, I guess.
Disorientation. Yeah, you'll
What are you
get
selling?
a handle on it. What is the product?
I'll be all right. I'll be all right.
What are you allowed
What's the
to?
what is the job?
I'm going to be
The head honcho.
my title is Enterprise Agile Strategist, but it's basically I'm the organizational coach for the leadership of the company.
There you go.
And the
Aye.
company sells or provides what?
Software and internet services.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there you go. Cutting
Now
edge shit.
clear. Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Outstanding.
Pretty cool. It's a promotion, and we'll see tomorrow. Yeah, when you're in orientation, it's a pretty level playing field. So
Yeah.
a week from Monday, I'll probably finally
I
get
don't-
a
you know,
taste of what's in store for me.
It's anytime you enter into a large corporation like that and you're in that kind of position, it's not always it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
rough, because I did a similar type job when I was working for the Army, and I
Yeah.
used to have to work with the incoming new commander when we got a new commander in, and the outgoing commander, and then get those together and you have a big powwow about what's going on and everything. Anyway, it can be quite exciting being in there. But Mitch, congratulations, brother.
Hey, thanks, man. It's really the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. And I can't believe I got it during the pandemic. I never would have guessed that this would have been a good time to make a career move. But
Well, as bad as some things are in some areas, a lot of corporations are looking at the light at the end of the tunnel. With the vaccinations going on right now, they can see, they can forecast, and that's what their business is, to look forward.
yeah, I got my second one on Thursday.
I saw that. Outstanding.
Friday was an angry blur.
Yeah, them days.
It just 24 hours after I got the shot, I just literally
Which one was it? The Moderna?
shut down. It was bad. I got the Moderna.
Yeah, that's what I got to get. First one.
I'm psyching myself out for that.
Yeah, Travis-
Just like,
Travis
let's just
doesn't
get
like
this
it.
over with.
As soon as you
I
said
didn't
that, I
play it
said,
right. I
"Oh no,
should've
Travis
played
is
it.
listening."
Should have played it more like LSD. Make it 48-hour window
I am
so that
frozen.
you have good recovery time.
Oh, man.
Somebody look down there. Sparky Dunk, how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing fine, John. I'm multitasking.
Are you? Are you watching on YouTube?
No, I'm watching something else.
Oh, thanks a lot,
Pop
brother.
out.
Is anybody watching?
I'm
Because
watching.
I think I'm
Nope.
frozen.
Yeah, I see that. I'm trying to fix
I'm watching the Martinsville Demolition Derby.
Oh, I love that shit. I'd love a good demolition derby. You know, who would?
Yeah, they just
get out there and crash
I
into
gotta
something.
admit,
well, it's supposed to
gotta
be
admit-
a race, but
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a race, but it just turned into a demolition derby. They're under red
you have
flag.
to understand.
Whole
When you-
bunch of cars crunched up in the middle of the straightaway.
What were you gonna?
The
Caught on fire.
Yeah, it gets exciting.
around where we live, we have the demolition derby at the Lions Club. They have a little stadium built specifically for the purpose, and we go there just for people watching. Because
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, you really get the cream of the crop that comes out for the demos.
Oh,
Really, the top
I am
tier,
an
the
avid.
upper
I am
crust.
an avid people watcher.
You know that sugar crust right on top of the creme brulee?
Yes.
That's who comes
That's
to the demolition derby. The good news is you can smoke right there in the stand. So I usually bring a big fat fucking cigar
Oh, there
and
you
sit
go.
there and smoke. Yeah,
Puff that sucker up. There you go.
that's right.
Anyway,
And just watch cars run into each other. That's America. I can tell you can't even explain demolition derby to people from other countries.
No, they
Maybe
don't.
Australia.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
defer to Dave.
No, we have it over here. We have the demolition derby, a form of demolition derby. I understand what it is. It's a great suicide race.
Yeah.
No,
you know what I
not my
like?
cup of tea. But
Have y'all
you
ever
got one
heard?
down your street.
Hey, Dave's a good time to ask too. Have you ever heard of something called the Australian Pursuit?
No,
We run that down
I've
here,
heard of
or
the
used to. When I went, they run it every weekend.
not the Riddick's.
The Australian Pursuit, and oh Lord, we got to catch up. The Australian Pursuit, you started out, the whole field started out in single file, and they bring you up to
Right.
speed, and then they start the race. And the object is that if you get past, you're out of the race. Okay. It
That's
turns
the
into a
Riddick's, I think.
demolition derby pretty quick, because while you're
Yeah.
trying to pass somebody, the other guy's, he's got to block you. At the
We
same,
have a
yeah.
thing here, John. That they run once a year. It's like that. It's a demolition derby come car rally. All the cars are done up. They're old cars.
Yeah.
I'm saying 60s and 50s
Yeah,
and
put a
70s
little roll
cars.
cage in
They're
there.
all- yeah, all that.
Oh,
But they go
I've
across
done that.
Australia while they're doing it.
I used to put
You
roll
don't do it in a
cages.
racetrack. It's across Australia.
Wow, that's a long way.
Well, across. I mean, it's about, I think, it's sort of up the east coast sort of thing to the central
Right.
part of Australia down to where I live. It's probably about a couple of thousand kilometres, but it is a demolition derby for charity, but it's on the roads and they have a lot of
And
fun.
it's coming to
But-
your town, so stand out in the street and watch it go by. Let me catch
We
up
do
real
every day.
quick. I want to thank Tracy Tobias, who donated $5 and said, "To hell with bad Trumper neighbors who will ruin a nice day." Indeed, thank y'all very much. Maria Betancourt donated $5 and said, "Congratulations, Mitch, outstanding." And Mitch Goldstein donated $5 that he just got. Anyway, and he said, "We love our Blue Dot family, Mitch, brother. We love you back, all of you, the whole family." Teresa Diggum, our artist who gave us the Resolute Wave, donated $5 and said, "I got my second shot and had little to no effects either time." Outstanding, Teresa. I am so glad. That's what I'm going for. And Paula donated $5 and said, "Much love to all Blue Dots." Hugs, baby. Hugs. Thank you, Paula. And indeed,
I just started thinking about it. I hope at least some of us don't get side effects because we're pretty much getting all of
want
ours
side
around
effects.
the same time. So can you imagine if every
Oh,
single
yeah.
one of us
all
was
of us, we
screwed
all
up
got
for
sick in this
I'll
house
tell
at
you.
the same time. Wouldn't be pretty.
My sincere advice from my heart is, don't plan anything for 48 hours after you get your shot. Seriously,
Did you
plan
get
on being
sick?
in bed.
Yeah.
Did you get
Drink
sick?
plenty of water and keep, because I
And then when
I
you're
have
not,
to
you're
admit,
happy. See?
I completely fucked up and I made it worse. And I really should have stayed in bed. My intentions were good, but it was
that's usually me.
a poor decision.
I'll be fine. I
It's
just
that
need to get up and go
microchip.
outside and do something. That's usually
That
my-
microchip, you
wife
know,
had-
you're allergic to the microchip,
That's
Mitch.
probably what
You
it
think
is.
it's the 5G, Dave?
Yeah, it's
It's
the
the
5G
fucking
being
5G.
elevated.
My wife had-
being
My
transmitted.
wife had the second shot of Moderna on Thursday.
Yeah.
All she complained about was her arm was sore and it was itching.
There you
My
go.
arm's still sore.
Yeah.
Well, it just depends on the individual of how we all going to react to these shots. I'd rather go through whatever minor inconvenience there might be with getting the shot, to have that thought in my head of, A, you're not going to get desperately hospitalized sick, and B, you're not going to die.
Hell yeah.
That's the part I like right there. Oh, you're not going to die? Shoot me up, baby. Let's go. But, we have over half the Republican Party that's
Rachel
refusing.
Maddow?
And no, I did not. What's up with her? What happened? Whatever it is.
She got her shot the other day.
Oh, yeah?
She got Johnson and Johnson. One shot and they're done.
Shot,
And they
one
gave
and
her a
done.
sticker.
She got a
You know
bumper
something?
sticker, did she?
I get a sticker.
I didn't get a sticker.
No,
I
it
got
says a
ripped off.
Oh,
sticker
you're
that
Chingleade, bub.
like when you.
I even said to the nurse, she said, which arm do you want it in? I said, what do you mean arm?
As you're reaching for your pants. What do you mean arm?
I said, wait a minute, you said
it's all
this is intramuscular, right? I ain't got no fucking muscles in my
no
arms. I'm
muscles
like,
up here. Let me show you my muscle. Let me show you
I'll
my
show you
muscle.
my muscle. I'll show you my muscle. Outstanding quadriceps.
Well, that's probably why the half the Republicans are not wanting to get it, because they think it's probably going in their, I don't know, pecker or something. Hey, you going? I heard what they did. I heard
Now,
it
have you
on
ever heard of this shit?
Sean Hannity
I don't
or
want to
some
start
bullshit.
getting down because I want to try and keep the conversation happy. But
What?
did you hear about this with this bullshit with Marines refusing a vaccination? Do you
Oh,
ever
boy,
remember?
howdy shit.
Did you imagine, dude? I was in the United States
I'm
Army.
sorry.
You didn't fucking refuse a goddamn vaccination.
The same exact words came out of my mouth, that there's a large portion of the Marine Corps refusing to get vaccinated. Excuse me? Refusing?
And I'm like, the United
I
States
don't
Marine
recall.
Corps?
Yeah, really. This is, they don't really ask you to, oh, is it okay if I poke you with
Hey,
this
who
needle?
am-
No,
who
it's
am
more
I
like
to-
get your ass in here, because if we get one sick Marine in the platoon there, baby, it starts hacking all over everybody. Pretty soon you have a whole platoon out of commission. No.
You got any Marines in the family, John?
There's one that's not a Marine anymore, but once a Marine, always Marine.
What's the reasoning
And he
behind
doesn't
it?
want the
though?
shot.
What's the reasoning for refusing it?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, that
I know
that
it doesn't
part should
matter,
not matter. But
but
they say it hasn't
they
been
always-
tested enough. It hasn't been on the market long. They came up with it too fast. They're afraid of it. Whatever the fuck. I thought you was a Marine. Are you shitting
Yeah,
me?
Michael J.
Come on, brother.
When you say fuck baboon pumpkin tits and I love you blue dots, that's really you're saying the same thing, basically.
Let me call that out. Michael J donated $10 just to say love you blue dots and fuck baboon pumpkin tits. I love that shit.
Can I?
No, Dave, you can't. No, sorry.
Bring. Well, I'll
No,
do it
go ahead.
anyhow.
Go ahead.
I watched a show last night put out by a company, a German, sort of a 60 Minutes German company called Welt, W-E-L-T.
Right.
This documentary was made in November, prior to the election, 2020 election, and it was called Trump's Army, and it was about all these people that we know as like, not doomsday preppers, but the ones that go out every weekend with their mates and practice military moves. And
Oh, yeah,
walking
good old
through
local
tanks and
militia
buildings.
boys, there to protect
Yeah.
the freedoms of America and everything.
They're the
and-
ones. Now,
Yeah,
amongst this group, there was people who were 80, there was people who were 18. There was people who were nurses, there were people who were just average street workers, and there were people who were professional company CEOs. And they get together every weekend and they
Play
do
on it.
their tactics and training.
Yep.
Now, this guy interviewed him and sort of suggested, why do you need to do this in America? America's pretty powerful. No one's going to invade America. Oh, well, they invaded Honduras and they invaded here and they invaded there, and it could happen anywhere in the world. But this must be expensive, all these guns. And they look like
Yes,
the real
they
McCoy
do.
military.
They go for the whole kit and caboodle,
see?
baby. Everything.
I
And
was
this
right.
guy,
Yes.
this guy says, oh, well, I spend $400 a month on ammunition, just on practice ammunition, for practicing, and let alone the $2,000 gun and the $2,000 camouflage gear and all that gear.
Yep.
Anyhow, they sat down, this 80-year-old woman, and said to her, why are you involved in this? And she said, before you start, I want to let you know it's nothing to do. We're not a white wing group. We're not extremists. We're nothing to do with that. And I didn't vote for Obama not because of his color. I think he's a bit strange. I think there's something wrong with that man. This is how she's talking. And this interviewer didn't have to ask any questions. She mowed it on. She said, I'm not racist. I didn't care Obama was black or white. I think the guy had a loose screw, and I think blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, cut a long story short, she explains how she does it for her own personal safety. Look, I got a Glock 9 on my hip here. I carry it around with me all the time and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, they flick, this very clever flick, they flick from this woman and all her friends who said, we're not right wing, we're not extremists, we don't mind if they're black, and all that crap.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they're at this white supremacist rally marching, and then a Black Lives rally attacking people, the same people, but they're on camera. So don't believe these militia groups are out there to protect Americans, or they're out there to
let me tell you what you're
Trump.
doing. And I've said this plenty of times before. If you belong to a militia, if you belong to your local militia where y'all get together and go out in the woods with all dangled up with your military gear and practice operations, just in case things get out of hand, the people they are planning to shoot is us. Their neighbors. Somebody they don't know, whoever's in their freaking way. Maybe they want the generator at your house. Hey, baby, we'll just come and take it for freedom, for America. They're idiots. They want to delude their mind with thoughts of patriotism and that they're going to come along and save their community. They don't know half the fucking people in their community, and they'll shoot the other half. It doesn't matter to them. They are under a delusional thought of I'm a patriot and I'm doing this for my country. No.
Here's how I see it, John.
Huh.
I had a choice. Everyone has a choice as an American. I have a choice to spend my money on guns or on weed. And I have decided to spend it on weed.
Hey, I believe you made a wise choice, my friend. Weed will not get you killed.
Maybe I should get a gun to protect my weed.
Hey, now maybe you're onto it. The paranoia sucks in, and there you go. You need weapons to protect your weed from the guys that want to come steal your weed.
I'll post that documentary on later on today.
No, I don't.
In the blue room, I'll post it.
All right, Dave.
It's only a 20-minute documentary, but it's amazing. It opened my eyes to the internal thinking and the using of this front as an as a racist, anti-democratic bunch of fools.
It is.
That run under the American flag.
You can find a whole lot of delusional people in groups like the Proud Boys or like the Oath Keepers who delude themselves into the thought that they are keeping the oath they took. Well, in fact, they're stomping all over the oath in their little made-up minds of, I'm a great patriot here. I'm going to storm the Capitol and we're going to rescue democracy and Donnie's going to remain president. You're a traitor to the oath you took.
And you are in a way that this thin blue line mentality is also betrays the notion of protecting and serving. I mean, let's think about
the
this.
oath they took.
Right? At what point in time, it's like somebody was saying, it's like everybody says these bad cops are rare. They don't make up. You like every bunch of people you're going to have. You have the bell curve of people, and you have people on one side of the spectrum who are really awesome, and you have people on the other side of the spectrum who suck. And that is true.
That is true.
Except the blue dots. That is not true. Blue dots. We're
on a peak, baby, and we're staying there.
But here's my question. Why are the cops who are in that part of the spectrum being field training officers like Derek Chauvin?
Yeah.
A decorated training officer who trains new police how to deal with the public. Okay, so the fact that we're not peeling these people off out of the police system just goes to show it's intrinsically corrupt. These are the people they want to be policemen. This ain't Officer Clemens. You guys remember Officer Clemens from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood?
Oh, yeah.
There ain't no fucking Officer Clemens no more. Now it's Officer fucking Rambo or Officer Q Rambo, QAnon.
Yeah, that's a popular.
And I'll tell you, what do you think would happen if Q got on 8chan tonight, and said and sent a message to all Q believers to go burn down their police station in their town? What do you think would happen?
Some of them would do it.
Goddamn right.
Some of them would do it. That's the danger of this whole damn
a lot of these people.
What's that, Dave?
A lot of the people doing this, in my opinion, a lot of them are unable to fulfill things in life. Like, I looked at every one of these people being interviewed at this show, and I thought, you wouldn't get in the Army, you wouldn't get in the Navy, you wouldn't get in the Air Force. You've got a problem. I think you really want to shoot someone, or you want to get involved in some sort of action, but you haven't got the avenue, and this is your avenue.
Yeah.
Lashing onto this because you don't see 65-year-old ladies and men carrying AK-47s unless you're desperate to shoot something. When at 65, you don't want to kill things, you want to preserve life. No, it's just, they're weirdos. They're not true Americans. They have got a quirk, and it's only 10% of you guys. It's not 30%. It's not 40%.
It's not the majority of Americans. We're talking about a smaller number, percentage-wise, of Americans that have lost their shit and think they're getting ready for Armageddon, and that either the Russians, the Chinese, or a bunch of libtards are going to come running over the hill, to snatch their daughters because we eat babies and all this stuff. Or
let's get ready for a shocker, John. This was the plan. This was the plan after World War II. Okay, hear me out. Okay. We won World War II fair and square.
Sounds like
I still don't think we needed to drop them bombs, but that's a little.
Me and you agree
kind of
on that subject.
Conclusion.
We agree on that subject.
Right?
I agree. I agree.
Let's pass by that for now.
Okay.
And we had a chance at that time to say, okay, here's how it can be. We can either all work together and figure out some way where we can work together, or we could have the Cold War. And they decided after the war, very deliberately, economic escalation after economic escalation with Russia, and kind of artificially creating the same way that we created the conditions that led to World War II, which most people are unaware. We think of World War II as beginning when? When do we think of World War II began?
Well, we think December 7th, 1941.
Okay.
But
day which we live in infamy.
We started long before then, baby. Yeah.
When World War II began in the 20s, dude.
Yeah.
It began in the 20s.
It began, with the embargoes that we put on Japan, the same kind of financial. Well, World War I for Germany led to World War II. World War II was because of World War I, because we actually won.
Germany won that land back.
Yes.
Germany couldn't afford to pay repercussions. So Germany won all that land back, and they didn't have any money.
Well, the Germans after World War I had their own style of Fox News that convinced the nation that Germany would have won the war had it not been for the traitorous generals at the top who did not allow Germany to continue on and conquer the world. And so that built up over the years until Germany until Adolf Hitler recognized it for what it was, a good opportunity to jump in, demonize. Hey, this sounds like a familiar story. Wait a minute. Sounds like Trump.
Well,
jump in and demonize a certain population and rise up over false pretenses.
Has everyone seen the show The Bunker, which is obviously Hitler's last days in the bunker? And you must have seen it. It was made in the 90s, I think.
I think I have seen it.
Yeah, it was a TV movie.
Yes, it was. Telling movie. Had some big names in it. But when you look at Hitler in his last couple of weeks in that bunker, it's Trump. It is fucking Trump.
It is. It is. I joked all the time that Trump got his notes straight out of Mein Kampf. I don't believe it.
He's a fucking illiterate. I just think he's just that big of an asshole.
Somebody probably read it to him at night, like a bedtime story or something.
Maybe Stephen Miller read it to him.
I'm sure he probably
I believe.
Don't mention that name.
But if
That's
you
an
look
ugly name.
at Trump's
here's what I'm driving at. After World War II over, we won. Hooray.
Right.
After World War II, you notice we haven't won a single motherfucking thing since then?
I look at that as I tell people all the time, and right after we do this, I need to catch up, but I tell people all the time that World War II, and I am one of these people that is not nostalgic for that because I wasn't there. It's that era of time. I love the music. I loved not the war, but what I loved about it was America's ability to back the war effort. All right, everything this country had was poured into supporting the GI and making sure that he had everything he wanted, and you sacrificed and you supported and you upheld. And
war
after
bonds.
World War, yes, war bonds. Not that we were doing everything
Everybody
right.
had ration cards.
Ration cards that you couldn't get sugar or rubber. It was hard to find because it was It was given to the war effort. After World War II, and America started bumping up production, and we started making money, baby.
Right. And now, so you hit the nail on the head, right? We figured out after World War II, they all sat down and they said, okay, what do we do now? We defeated Germany.
Yeah.
We depleted most of the world's steel, most of the world's brass, most of the world's oil.
We got everything.
All of the world's uranium, right? We only had those 2 bombs. Now, they didn't know that, but at the time, we only had 3 bombs worth.
As far as they knew, we had
one
tons of
up at Alamogordo.
America was attacked. You didn't enter the war for wanting to enter the war. You were attacked.
Yes, but
Avoided entering the war.
Yeah.
We didn't declare war until we were attacked, but we were a big part of the war before we were attacked.
we were
On
heavily
Lend-Lease,
involved.
the Lend-Lease deal.
Huh?
Yeah,
Well,
there's
you
a reason
supply
why the
arms
whole.
to-
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
it's
that's
the
what
politics
that
of
was.
any war.
You were the arsenal. America was the arsenal for the Allies. You were supplying all the material and all the weapons. Yes, but you didn't get your hands dirty until you were attacked.
Well, not on the books, but we were supplying not only machinery
Pilots.
but men.
You were supplying pilots as well to England.
We
weren't
were
you?
also. There
supplying
were also.
pilots and-
We know there were covert operations going on in Japan. We know there were covert operations going on in Europe. We know this. We know the
Indochina.
British had covert operations.
It's a look back at you have to understand that the history that you're taught in school, it really makes us look good, baby. But if you dig into what happens, and I encourage anybody to, and it's not a disparity on our own country. It's that lesson that if you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it. And if it's one thing that we have proven in this country is we don't learn from history because we don't know the history. And we
it's funny because we're so nostalgic about ourselves, but we're nostalgic about the mythology. We're not nostalgic about the reality. We think of World War II. We say, "Oh yeah, I know World War II. I saw a John Wayne movie. I saw Sands of Iwo Jima. I know all about World War II."
There was
I saw. Better yet, I saw The Longest Day. Did you ever see The Longest Day? It's a movie. It's like actually a day long.
Oh no! I watched The Longest Day out of the back seat
on
of a
YouTube.
car when I was a kid. Let me catch up real quick before we get behind here too far. Catman, my man Keith up in Minneapolis donated $3. Said the neighbors are using terror tactics. Expose them for all to see. Yeah, I think that's coming. And thank you, Keith. Thank you very much. And Karen Van Wyck donated $5. Said that is a good way. That is why God made weed, so we can all get along. Amen, Karen. And Diana Mallory bequeathed her the gong and gave us $5 and said, I heard the Capitol terrorists are flipping to get plea deals. Go figure. Yeah, look at there. My buddy was giving me orders there. I was just a lower the oath. Yeah, I can hear it all now. John did it back.
Remember when they had the Law and Order Party and they were all about, we don't need plea deals. Plea deals are bad.
I don't need a
plea deals are bad because it causes repeat offenders.
Yeah. They have a
Bullshit.
tendency to sell a bunch of shit. John Diddybag gave us $10 and said, "Why is there enough asphalt for speed bumps, but not enough for potholes?" Now I love John Diddybag. I just love your shit. I really do. Now y'all contemplate that. How come we have enough asphalt to make speed bumps, but not enough to fill in the potholes? If we didn't do the speed bumps, maybe we could use that asphalt. John Diddybag, the pondering the questions of the universe. I love this guy. Teresa Diggum donated $5 and said, "My father volunteered. He is a hero along with his fellow soldiers. So proud of him." And Teresa, we are proud of him also. Yeah, baby, we all are, and we all owe a debt. We all owe
And
a
you
debt.
fought against the losing of democracy, the losing of your
Well,
voice.
We are in that
fascism.
fight
That's
right
what you
now.
fought.
We are in that fight right now, and it's a serious fight, because what, right here in Texas, I think they're introducing 40 some on state bills, 40 some in my state separately, and all of them have something to
47
do
states
with trying to
that wanna
restrict
do
voting
shit.
rights. You know, as a
But
matter
there's
of fact,
47 states, John, that want to do
and
this shit.
yes, every one of them are doing the same thing. We're not talking about one law in one state. No, my state's doing 40 something of them. And let me tell you something of what else my state is doing, because there's a story about the Harris County GOP official, a Republican official up there. They're having a big meeting up there. Harris County, for those that you don't know, is Houston, and baby, there are millions of people in Houston. Huge ass city, huge city. Anyway, they're having a meeting, baby, and they're trying to recruit an army, baby. And their mission statement reflects to recruit, train, and assign a large, motivated reserve pool of election workers and poll watchers, safeguarding our sacred right. And they're putting on, I don't have the video here, they're putting on a little thing there, and there's a video showing the guy's got a map of Harris County, which is Houston, and he's talking like, we need these people up out here, and he's pointing to the edge of the county, a kind of predominantly white area of Houston that's very affluent, nice homes up there, really nice areas, all up in that area. And he's saying we need to motivate people in these areas that are highly motivated to come down, and then the little pointer, the laser pointer, goes down to downtown Houston, baby. We need them to come down here to watch guess who those neighborhoods are? Those are mostly minority neighborhoods he's pointing at. We need to raise an army of people that are going to protest or watch every person highly motivated, meaning they're looking for any little thing to stop you from voting. To get out there and stop people physically. If you make it to the poll, we're going to try to stop you before you pull the lever.
Particularly blacks.
Yes, and Hispanic. That's who they're targeting in this video.
Black
You can see the
turned
pointer
out this
telling we
last
need
election.
people from these areas, and he's pointing to some of the areas around Houston that are some of the wealthiest neighborhoods there. Are you shitting me?
Hey, John,
Yeah, Spark.
did you see the video of them dropping rose petals in the Texas Capitol dome
No, I didn't.
area?
No, I always miss the good shit. What's up with the rose petals?
They dropped two 285,000 rose petals to signify how many Hispanic people will turn 18 years old before the next election.
But aren't the Hispanics in support of a lot of Hispanics support Trump? Am I led to believe that's right or not? I'm
no.
believe that.
So
No.
you can see why they're getting really nervous in Texas.
I would
Yeah,
say
it's
most
really
Hispanics in
strange.
Texas are Democrat. Not all.
Because, okay, in the last 2020 election, the reason that Republicans doing this as voting suppression is because it was the highest ever, obviously numbers that voted, but it was the highest ever amount of black population that voted, and they all voted Democrat. And all these suppression laws are to stop those smaller suburbs and those poorer suburbs being able to vote, which a majority are black.
Majority
I
are
can
minorities.
see this
Yes,
in
that's who
Australia.
they're targeting. They're not targeting the affluent side of
No,
Atlanta
no.
or the affluent side of Houston.
They're killing
No,
America's voice.
they're trying to. That's why we have to stand fast, baby. We have to push back, and we have to continue to make sure you're ready to vote. And if if you see somebody challenge the challenger. Why are you bothering this lady? Is there some reason she can't vote? Does she appears to be an American to me? What is an American to you? And like I said the other day, it pissed me off because of Tucker Carlton and his replacement theory. That the Democrats are just trying to replace the white people with a diluted vote. Are you shitting me? You can't go anywhere in this country, in this world, and become another citizen. You can't go to become Italian. You're not going to be Italian. You can get a visa and visit there, but you're not Italian. You come to America. Everybody can come to America and become an American. And with that comes the rights of an American. So Tucker Carlson's little whiny ass bitch, who he himself is from an immigrant family, as everybody else is, or a slave in this country. If you're not, you're Native American. That's it. And Tucker Carlson and the people like him want to keep pushing this white supremacy shit and trying to convince those little maggots that are still hanging on, that think it was that Trump won. They're all little racists that just want to justify their voice as being diluted by, those other people. And to them, we have to say, fuck you. We're all Americans here. We all have the right to vote. If you're an American, you get to vote, baby. That's it. That's all there is to it. And to watch the Republican Party continue this disgusting tyrant of ways to block the vote is anything but American. It's not patriotic, baby. I don't give a shit what kind of bumper stickers you put on your freaking car. It doesn't work.
Why is America changing? This is the thing. America fought World War II, World War One, Vietnam, all that stuff, to save the establishment from taking over and controlling your life. Yet now that it was all nice and dandy, it was all running relatively smooth 5 years ago, they want to change it. Why? See, they broke it. It wasn't broken. They're trying to fix something. It wasn't broken.
Well, because the asshole they had came in and told them they cheated and I won and this isn't, and they're appeasing him. They're still latched on to Donnie's ass.
Still, why still? He must have some
It's the
shit
only
on
way
his
they
side.
can win right now, Dave. They don't have a shot. They have not done anything. Nothing in decades. The Republican Party has given you nothing except tax cuts for the rich, baby. You show me something else. Where's their health care plan? Where was their infrastructure plan? They don't do squat except wave a flag.
Now Biden comes up with a great plan. It's all shit because they didn't come up with it and they're not getting credit for it. 75% of the American people love Biden's plan. They never got 75% support in anything.
Nothing. Nothing.
And they're jealous.
And it's working. You can see that in the demographics of the country. People that identify as Democrat now is up to 49%. 49% of this country.
You know how you win
openly
voters?
identify.
Do something for the fucking voter. You win voters by doing something
By
for the voter.
appealing to the voter. By giving the voter something that they desire, that you're gonna make that person's life better. Hey, how are you gonna make my life better down here? That's what I want to know, and that's the question we need to ask. What are you doing to make our life better? Because giving to the rich ain't working for you, baby.
They should have lost Trump, everyone straight away. And I can't understand that 20% of Americans who are struggling applauded Trump for tax cuts for the rich. I can't understand that. That's like the guy that's whipping you.
It's that
Another
old...
guy comes on. Let me tell you something. That wasn't Trump that wanted those tax cuts. What do you think? Trump thought of that?
No.
Come on.
I mean, yeah, I understand that, Mitch. He was
those that
was
control Trump do. Those that control.
That's the ones you want to find out who is controlling.
Where the money is where the money goes. The money goes to the lobbyists that goes in, and they're the ones that write the laws for the corporations that maintain our.
What is a worry is Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller. He's been so quiet. He's only popped up the last couple of times, but let me tell you, that guy's evil walking. He is walking
As
evil.
long as he's
worse
in this
than
world,
Sid.
he is going to be a thorn on somebody's ass. He's a white supremacist little, right out of
Oh,
mind.
he's
son of
evil,
a- you
mate.
shit. Yes,
He
he's
makes
evil.
me sick.
Yes.
I can't even listen to him because he's awful.
The whole conversation, if you get into the it all centers around hating immigrants, Black Lives Matter, or
Fear.
fear.
Antifa.
Antifa for sure. They're the ones that really were at the Capitol on January 6th. They were just disguised as Trumpers. Anybody that is not white and on their side. What happened?
Got to be both.
Oh yeah, you got to be both. Oh, I'm sorry. More tono. If I got that.
Well, actually, it's Bob K, but more total.
Oh, okay. Bob, how are you doing?
I'm calling here from the outback of Oregon.
Oh, well, if you're
you
going to be
post-
somewhere back country of Oregon would not be a bad place to be, brother. It's
It was-
gorgeous up in there.
A lot of conservative people,
Well, welcome to my world, brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob,
You can't
You
let
post
their
stuff on
their ignorance influence your intelligence.
do you post stuff on Discussion Bob all the time? Is that you, Bob K, on Discussion that puts posts up?
Yes,
There's a
Bob K.
Bob K. There's a Bob K that keeps putting posts up on in the blue room, and we just don't know where they're from.
That's probably me.
That's you. Okay. We thought it was Bob Kincaid at one stage, and
Oh,
Use that, but no, it's
yeah.
not me.
Yeah, when I first saw Bob K, what I thought. But now
Yeah.
Bob is now Robin. But
Which app is that good?
let me catch up real
Well,
quick,
good
Bob,
evening,
before we
folks.
get started again. Johnny Fly donated $5 and said, "I don't need a poll to show me that GOP is stupid. Those that vote Republican in this day and age don't show much intelligence. Fuck the GOP." That says Johnny Fly. Thank you, brother. And Tammy Ames, Nana Lovely, who I had a wonderful conversation with today, sent $2 and said, "LOL, I see how Gorilla Glue number 4 got its name." Yeah. Yeah, it did. Yes, Tammy, thank you very much. Yeah, it kind of sticks with you for a while there, doesn't it? I'm glad you're enjoying that, sweetie. Gorilla Glue. It holds anything. You can just glue anything. But anyway, Bob, we're glad you're here. Let's get Jorge Tirebiter in here too. Jorge.
Good evening.
Good evening to you, sir. How's everything up there at Rancho Tirebiter?
Well, it's fair to partly crunchy.
Little crunchy ain't bad. Yeah, neat little crunchy.
Yeah, you gotta keep it a little crunchy. It gets too mellow. You gotta crunch it up.
Yep. You gotta disturb your force. Everything's good at the ranch, buddy.
So, sure, man. We live down here at the end of Trump supporter lane down. So we understand.
Look how many of
the
us
situation.
live down the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
running through a gauntlet on your way home every day. It's like, oh,
it's only one house in
The
your
dead
street.
end of Trump supporterville is where my gate is. Down
Righty.
5 miles from town at the end of a dirt road.
Yep, pray for him.
I
buddy.
get
Every time
out
you go by,
of
pray for him.
Trumpville. That's
Yeah.
how I get out of Trumpville. Huh?
That's how.
I never get
Bob,
involved
you're in the
Bob.
same kind of situation. You're pretty well surrounded by conservatives.
Oh yeah, I never get invited.
Yeah, well,
I never get invited to any of the barbecues.
No barbecues at your yeah. I'm not getting invited to
Hey.
any local activities here.
guys, I keep listening to James Brown singing "Living in America." If you hadn't YouTubed that lately, let's do it again.
Take a
'cause
listen.
it just-
Walk down
it
memory lane to remind you.
It's so good. Yeah, "Living in America" by James Brown.
It's
Rock on.
the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Did anyone see that
Well-
mayor who dressed himself up as a hobo and went in the street? I got to give this guy full marks. I don't know what American state he was from, but he dressed himself up or down as a hobo.
Yeah.
Because he thought
that's the way you should.
He thought because the homeless wouldn't go to all these fantastic shelters he built. When you build a lot of shelters for these people,
Right.
so he thought, why aren't they going there? They're still living in the street. They're not using out of the beds we're supplying. So he went on the street for 2 days and went to the shelters, and he come back. What happened was that the people had the town employed to look after the homeless were actually robbing them and using standover tactics on them and charging them money when they weren't supposed to. And there was bullies that would come in
under the counter money.
and go through their wallet and steal their stuff. And if they woke up, they got beaten up. They were a fool, like the thugs moved in, basically. It doesn't take long for something good to be infected by shit, does it?
No,
So he
sometimes it
went-
doesn't. So, you know, not.
He went and he fired them all, mate. He sacked the whole lot, and full marks to him, mate.
Well, it's that old saying that half our population is ignorant, and the other half is more than willing to take advantage of that.
But he cared about his people. This is what a politician's supposed to be like. He cared enough to go in the
He
street
did.
and live like
Indeed, I'll have to check that out. What do you remember where it was?
mate, it was on YouTube, and it was either on Rebel HQ or Young Turks. I will dig it up in my history, look at it, and I'll post it for you.
Yeah, Young Turks is somebody I see them quite often.
Yeah, we watch Young Turks.
Yeah, Mama
Yep, me
usually
too,
has that
Mama.
up and running. She likes
Young
that.
Turks, Damage Report,
Yeah.
Fair and Balanced, etc.
But I will post that, and I'll tag it to your personal message, so you know
Yeah.
it's been posted. And
Outstanding.
it's only about 5 minutes long, but it just shows this man as being a true politician for the people and not a politician for the rich or himself.
Undercover boss.
Yeah,
Yeah, undercover boss. That's some show.
that's
used
what
to
it
be.
was like.
Yeah, except this is probably real, and that's
It was
Yeah.
real, man.
Undercover Boss is not all bullshit, I'm sure.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
the point of the story is, you know, no matter how good and how nice you do things for the people, shit will crawl in and take it over and ruin it if you let it.
Well, yeah, that's atrophy.
There's always someone out there trying to make a buck off something good.
Oh yes, oh yes. Don't ever think that there's not a vast amount of people that are just waiting for the next disaster to make a bunch of freaking money.
Yeah, yeah.
That's exactly how some people look at a disaster. It's a cash cow, and they are there
And
to
war.
make money. Yes,
Living
yes.
in
Unfortunately, that's
America.
capitalism, baby. That's capitalism.
Face
You know,
to face.
here's an easy way to look at it. If your house is on fire and the fire department comes and puts your house fire out, that's socialism. When your insurance
Fuck
company
that
that tells you,
now. We
well,
can't
hey,
do
we can't
that.
pay this claim because the house wasn't worth that much, that's capitalism.
That's
They'll
capitalism,
fuck
yeah.
you over for the money, but socialism will send a fucking fire truck to your house. Anyway, let me catch Ben Stroud, who donated $5 and said a Trumper is. Oh, let me comment on this. A Trumper is moving off my street. Her head. He can't stand living with so many snowflakes in northeast Johnson County, Kansas. He is moving to South Texas. Hey, first of all, good deal and good job up there in Kansas for chasing his ass out.
Good luck, baby.
And send him on down here, and we'll try to reform his ass.
Yeah, rock and roll,
don't think
baby.
that
Come
that
on, send him
send
right
him down
here.
here. There was a story, I can't remember what it was because I saw it on one of the general, I think it was on Yahoo, which prints a lot of stories from different places. It was a story about the number of Californians now leaving California and heading to Texas. There is indeed
Oh yeah.
a large group of people that are going to be moving from California.
That's what trashed Austin.
Well, they're trying to make it sound like all these conservatives, we're leaving, we're going to Texas. Not really. The real story there would be SpaceX, baby. It's getting bigger and bigger all the time down here. It's just about 100 miles south of me. There is a lot of jobs associated with SpaceX and whatnot down here. And who's that guy, Elon Musk? Elon Musk.
Elon
He's
Musk.
out there advertising.
Elon
Move to
Musk.
Texas, baby. I'll give you a job. You know?
Okay,
Yeah,
but
but cheap
they
labor.
Yep.
They also moved their truck plant to Austin.
Yes. Yes.
The Tesla truck
the
thing.
super truck, whatever it is. What is it? Cybertruck. I want one too. I want to look like Darth Vader coming down the highway.
Oh hell yeah!
Ah, yeah. Let's see
That engine noise you just did would not happen.
I know it doesn't, but I understand one of the options is a sound effects record that you can make it sound like a, so
No.
people pay attention. No?
It don't matter, man. It's here and it's coming, and he done built a factory right down here in Texas.
Exactly, Timothy.
To build 'em.
Tech jobs, baby. A lot of them down here because that's, they're shooting rockets off down here all the time. Some of them blow up, man.
Yeah.
And that's a show down there, and people are going down there to watch that. I told Travis, we need to schedule it and be able to go down there and just watch one now. It's not that far from here.
They have like state parks up there by Waco,
Yeah.
and they say if you hear a noise, it's the space station. They're over there testing engines, and so
I'm familiar with
sometimes
that.
you're gonna hear rocket noise.
Back in the late '60s, early '70s, I didn't live too far away from the Michoud Test Center in Mississippi, where NASA test fired all its rockets. And baby, I'm telling you, it would shake the house, and we were miles and miles away.
I mean, it rattled the windows.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you'd think, holy shit, is this the big one? Not in Louisiana, no, it's just a rocket going on.
Yeah, well, I don't live in the earthquake zone, but damn, everything's rocking.
It was too, and yeah, pretty cool, because you could hear it too. I mean, it's not like.
I also, when I lived in Houston, across the street from me was a company that dynoed racing engines.
Ah.
And so the thunder was right across the street from me, and
Constant noise in your head.
Huge. Oh yeah, but I liked it. Okay, but a lot of people wouldn't like it.
I spent years listening to helicopter blades, and if you haven't been around a helicopter much, it's a choppy little sound. Because in the facility I worked with at a Army helicopter repair, the test facility for rotor blades was right outside. And so, we'd build blades there, make new blades and stuff. Well, you have to be tested. They put it in this big thing and turn on the engine, baby. And it's got a big cage around it in case and it has. When blades come apart, there's a fault in the blade, and boy, howdy shit.
Yeah.
That shit will fly everywhere.
Hit the deck, man.
Yeah, but the constant sound of whop, whop, whop all day in your ear just really kind of. I'm almost deaf in my left ear. In my right ear, I can still hear pretty good, but it's limited. Yeah, I've got a lot of hearing loss.
I'm loud as shit because I'm deaf.
That's me.
Deaf.
That's me. I speak loud enough because I think I can't hear me anyway.
It was a different story, John.
Yeah.
This is like stacks of high watt speaker cabinets with vane speakers.
Ah, that's right. You was a rocker.
Like Pete Townsend.
Yep.
And Pete went
Mine
deaf
have been jet
listening
engines
to
all my
same
life.
speakers that made me deaf.
What'd you say? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
They were loud.
My wife teases me all the time. You can't hear anything. What'd you say?
They were loud.
Anyway, that's what happens. We go through life and then parts don't work. But eventually we get them back.
Well, yeah, but you blow out your ears, so then you gotta go to the DMV tomorrow and pass an eye test. Okay?
Yeah.
The ears are gone. Okay, but now it's the eyes. Okay.
I figure as long as you can see, you can steer the car so you don't run over anybody. So if you're deaf, you just won't hear the scream. That's all.
It's Texas, so we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be interesting.
John, I posted on your messages, personal messages, that article about that mayor that went undercover, and also the one about Trump's warriors who declared that they're
where
not.
was he?
Well, in actual fact, the headline doesn't even say. I can't remember what state it was. I think it was Cincinnati, but don't quote me. But I've posted it, so if you want to watch it, it's only 6 minutes long, and the one about the militia group is 18 minutes long. So they're not long, but they're interesting. They sort of keep you interested. So it's an eye opener. But good material for your next show, maybe.
I'll check it out. I will definitely
check it out, boss.
That's what I'll do. That's
You
my
check it
job.
out.
That's
Son.
my
John,
job nowadays. Huh?
Did you ever have to go prove? You ever have to go prove you were an American down at the DMV?
No. I usually assumed they thought I was one.
That gold star thing?
Oh yeah, I got the gold star. On my license, you mean?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the gold star.
You had to take any paperwork down there to them, or?
No, as a matter of fact, it came in the mail when I renewed. All of a sudden, I had a gold star.
Oh, okay.
They only call in people and ask them questions when they suspect them. And that's why you was probably called in, huh? No, I'm just shitting you.
Facebook is a tire biter, okay? And if you're on Facebook and you're a tire biter, maybe they might be looking, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. They've learned the Blue Dot in
if
Texas.
someone just tuned in, Jorge, if someone just tuned in and heard what you said, they wouldn't understand if you calling yourself tire biter. That's Jorge's surname. In Australia, we call tire biters in Australia dogs.
Dogs, tire biters. What are you going to do with it if you catch it? Well, just wait. Just wait. I so enjoyed Red Dog. That's what they do. They don't eat the tire. They flag down the car and jump in. I've seen it on there.
Google George Tire Biter, and there's a statue of the tire biter at UCLA or USC.
Oh, really?
And it's a dog. Yeah, it's a tire biter. It's George
it's
Tire
a dog.
Biter.
And that's who you are.
And it's a statue. And he's selling a bunch
So
of
you could
tires,
just sit out there and say, yes, there's a statue to Jorge Tire Biter. There it is right there.
There's a George Tire Biter, yeah.
You're famous, bud. You're famous.
Right there in the middle of the campus, it's a statue.
Boy, howdy.
Where?
We are tire biters, you know?
Pretty. They bite and they don't let go. Let me catch up real quick. Ben Stroud. Yeah, they bite and don't let go, baby. Ben Stroud donated $5 and said, I'm really angry at your pumpkin tits supporting neighbors, John. I hope you get something done about them. Enough is enough, indeed. Ben, yeah, we're working on it, baby. We're working on it. And Michael James came in with $5. Michael, thank you very much. And Tammy Ames, damn lovely, came in with $5 and said, Dear John, Bernadette didn't receive mail yet. Please check at your earliest convenience. I will. Blessings always. Nana Lovely. Dear John letter. Of course it is. Yes, Bernadette didn't get her package yet. What's my package? It's an envelope. But I'll check that out. I will check that out, darling. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. I gone.
Well, you got to get that guy out of the GP or your post office to stop slowing the mail down.
Oh, Tammy and I were talking earlier today, and we were talking about a package that that she got really late, and I told her about Donna Bonacosi sent me a package in November of last year. It hasn't gotten here yet. It still says it's in Massachusetts. If you go look, I haven't looked in a long time.
Well, how long do you reckon it'd take for a letter to get from America
my sister-in-law
to Australia?
Well, on the same day I mailed Sherry P's package, which is in Nevada, and it was a rather large box. I mailed it to her. On the same day I mailed a small package to my sister-in-law in San Marcos, Texas. And the package that went to Nevada, no problem, Sherry P got it. My sister-in-law is still, and I sent it priority mail. And every time I go look, it said it's been forwarded. Yeah, forwarded to where? You know,
it's gone forever.
Yeah, it is. It's just gone.
Yeah.
And you know that you go ask and they'll tell you that too.
Leo Shahaki.
We'll put a tracer
I
on it.
sent Leo Shahaki a package, and it arrived like 7 months later in this broken, wet, soggy box.
Oh, I got one of them once. Wet, soggy box.
And it was USPS, man.
Yeah, I got this box
And it was
one time, and the minute I looked at it, I went, "Oh no!"
Dear Lord.
2021.
It was pretty much destroyed, but they delivered it.
Yeah,
Nonetheless,
DeJoy has really done a good
destroyed
job at
as
screwing
it
up the
was.
Postal Service.
They
So,
delivered it,
you
yeah.
know, but all in all,
John,
they provide
how long do you
excellent
think
service.
it takes for a letter to get from America to Australia? 2021. I got a letter the other day from America.
I have no idea.
4 weeks.
4 weeks for a letter
4
to get from the
weeks.
United States all the way to you.
To Australia, and
To
now
Australia.
that would be delivered 3 weeks, 20 years ago. And what I'm saying is, it has slowed
Shit,
down.
I can't get stuff delivered from Cleveland here in 4 weeks, man. You know?
Oh,
And
man,
yet you can
mate,
contact
4 weeks
Amazon; they'll
is a
deliver
joke.
their shit tomorrow. Ain't that true?
4 weeks is a joke.
Yeah. if
Well, you
you're-
can't put letters in Amazon.
No, you can't write a letter to Amazon, but that just it can be done. There's things that need to be repaired at the post office, at the postal service. I'm sure after DeJoy did a lot of jerking shit around, and
But he's
Oh,
protected.
God. Get
He's
that
protected.
son of a bitch out of there.
yeah, he did a lot
Yeah,
of.
but
He
he's
took a lot of
protected in some
sorting
way.
machines out, which if you hadn't got a sorting machine, you're doing it by hand. So that ain't good.
Yeah.
No, the
How-
ones
he's-
that I know who
isn't
have
he
worked for the
appointed
Postal
by a
Service do
committee,
a hell of a
John?
good job, huh?
Isn't he appointed by a committee?
He was a
Yeah,
torpedo.
he's appointed by a board of governors of the Postal Service. I'm not
So
quite
he can't
sure.
be flicked.
He can't be fired. He's got to be replaced by the board of governors. I got to dig
And
into
they
more
used
exactly how
it.
that works
They
because
used
that
this
just
opportunity to put this guy in this position.
yeah, that's how
They
come when he
used it.
testified in front of the Senate, he was so pompous with his ass.
That's
He said
how
he was
he
going to be
got
there for
there.
quite a while. Get used to me.
Yeah.
That's what he
Biden
told
can
him up there, right in your face.
Like,
you
yeah,
know?
fuck you.
You just
it
wanna-
doesn't matter. I'm running shit.
Yeah, that's basically his attitude.
Biden's considering just getting rid of the whole pile of.
And they found me. Okay?
I'm
And they found
cranking
me
on
and
what
they
Joe
put me
Biden
here,
is doing.
And here I am.
Joe Biden is making bold freaking moves, and we need to. We need to step big with projects. We need big infrastructure. We need big programs for the working class of this country. The people down there at the bottom, this trickle down shit given to the rich ain't working, baby. It just makes them richer. They're not looking to improve your way of
Great
life.
for them.
Huh? Oh, it's great for them. You know, mucho bucks. They'll go buy them another
It's
yacht.
great for about.
I've been trickled upon.
They own the
You
island,
feel like
baby.
you've
They
been
own the
trickled
breezes.
upon? I have.
You know, it's our society down here that is the driving engine that creates this country and moves this country every day. Every bite that a rich man put in his belly is taken there by some working man trying to make a living for his family. You know, we are the ones that make this whole nation run, and we are the ones that suffer the most for its ineptitudes that doesn't allow for society to expand and improve on their life. That is what the infrastructure plan that Joe Biden has put forward is attempting to do. It is attempting to not only create the physical infrastructure that we need, but improving it with things like high-speed rail, but going beyond that and looking at child daycare and early development to be able to bring our children into a rapidly expanding and society that is highly, in tune with technology and
Competitive.
very competitive. We have to provide a future. The more technology advances, the less jobs there'll be. Hell, there's gonna, they can what is that? 3D print a freaking house now. That would put
They
a
want
whole.
to do that on the moon.
Sure.
They're talking about going up to the moon with,
Yeah,
with
we got
3D
self-driving trucks. The process of a warehouse is streamlined with automation. Wang wasn't. Who was that guy? Andrew Yang. Wasn't wrong when he was talking about we have to come up with a system that provides for the society we live in, because the jobs are going to be fewer and fewer over the decades. There's not going to be as many jobs available, because a lot of that is going to be done by automation. We're slowly moving into a world where we order everything online, and you're used to getting it. That's it.
Even now, it'll be the time.
John?
It'll be like in the future, you won't have checkout chicks or people on cash registers and that. You order your food.
A lot of places now are self-checkout. You got your self-checkout line there. Get after it yourself. You check yourself out, bag your groceries. They're saving tons of money.
Yeah, but in the future, your fridge will order your food, and your pantry. When you take something out, the fridge
will
order.
just order it for you. Sure. It's an automated world we're moving into, and we have to prepare for it.
Yeah, but you still have to have people to build the physical infrastructure.
You do. Well, eventually they'll come up with a 3D printed bridge.
They're called slaves.
Yeah, they're called.
Helped build a lot of shit in my time.
Comes down to this. Question comes down to how deeply do you screw those people who have to actually build the physical infrastructure?
Well, their basic plan is simple.
Not if it's union.
Keep you poor and needing a job. That's what the Republican Party bases their legislation on, is keeping the masses poor, hungry, and need, giving you just enough and giving you just enough of a carrot to think that you're going to make it up the ladder, baby. And they do everything that they can to put their, they limit your hours, or well, we can't do for this benefit. We're just barely hanging on here.
But if you don't do your job, there's someone in the street waiting to take your job. So shut up and do your job.
That's it. And until we change that dynamic, there's not much hope.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're rolling out. Good night, everybody. Love you, Blue Dots.
Mitch, Julie, thank you so much for coming by, baby.
Julie.
We appreciate it. We love you.
Here, guys.
All right, take care. Poor, hungry, and needing a job. This country, the middle class flourished after World War II because of the production, because of unions that demanded the right wages. And yes, the unions is what built the middle class. And now we have the right to work states, and it's a definite ploy to take the power out of the working man's hands and put it back into the corporation. You have a job because the corporation blessed you with that job, and a lot of people look at their job. I'm lucky to have this job. I'm lucky to have this job. Yes, you are, because there's so many people that don't have jobs.
Yeah.
Do we just toss them aside and just say, well, fuck it, who gives a shit about them? We do.
Right, that.
We do. Until a society demands that.
Are people getting crueler? Is the world getting crueler towards a fellow man?
In a way, it is, but right now I feel like there is a rising. I really do, because in the overall grand scheme of things, here's the way I look at it. Blah, 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 blah. Obama. What? Obama. Yes, and he was a great president. Okay. Up until President Obama was elected, like I say, big things going on, no doubt. But blah 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 blah. We're going to talk about this. We're going to discuss this. We're going to do this.
White boys.
It was a game played for just the predominantly white old men with power.
For white boys.
Obama came along and changed the game, but it changed it in both ways. It inspired a lot of people in this country to believe that, yes, if we stand up together, we can make the words of our Constitution come true. And on the same token, it infuriated a large portion of our country who said, how dare a black man enter our White House? And Donald Trump came along and he fed onto that hatred. And that hatred, baby, is living today in the Republican Party. It is what they boiled their bouillon down to, this little disgusting pot of scum that's left in the bottom of this thing. That's what they've cooked up, baby. And like I say, it's getting to be a
That's
smaller
right.
party every day because
John, can I blow your mind?
what's that? Please do, Spark.
You know all this infrastructure stuff we
Yes,
all
sir.
talk about,
Right,
and they say here it'll be good wages and everything.
right.
Every federal dollar that is used to build something is covered by the Davis-Bacon Act.
That's where certain rights have to be guaranteed to the workers.
No,
Right? No?
it's pay scale,
Oh, okay.
prevailing wage.
It's set,
But
if
you
you're
know-
getting
you know-
government money for your project, then
This I'm going to blow your mind. You got to listen to me.
okay.
This is the only good thing the Republicans had ever done in like forever.
They made a
And
mistake.
it happened back in the early 30s, started the New Deal.
Right,
Two Republican congressmen, senators, Davis and Bacon, or whatever their names were,
right.
they signed the law because they were trying to keep blacks out of New York State.
Okay, sounds like what they do.
Prevailing wage laws, because if you didn't have those, people would bring up the blacks from the South.
Get
Now,
them
this
to
was
work
in the
cheaper.
30s.
Right.
Yes.
So they made the prevailing wage law to prevent that. So even if you did
And
bring
and
up
they've never repealed it. They never
a
repealed
black
Davis
from the South,
Bacon.
you had to pay him the same amount. Well, then take advantage of that. Take advantage of that. It has to. Yes, I believe there are laws that regulate if you have a government contract. There are laws that you have to abide by. Federal regulations that provide how you either pay or treat the employees
Wage
that work
laws.
for you. But then that starts to fade away when you have situations like we recently had right here in Corpus Christi, believe it or not, and it cost a young man his life. I don't know the details, so I'm just going to keep it in generality. Company A decides they need to build a big trench. Okay, Company A hires subcontractor B over here to do the job. B hires C because he can get these guys to do it cheaper, and then C gets another subcontractor D to come out there and dig this trench. We're going to get it done. Come on, boys. And the trench caved in, and it cost a young man his life. Sometimes going to
Jesus.
the lowest bidder isn't the best idea. A certain amount of experience or supervision or something should be on a job site like that, and that's why we have laws.
Guys, I
Yeah,
heard an astronaut
if you
one time
dig it-
say that when you are sitting on top of this rocket, you know that you're sitting on the lowest bidder, and it's your ass. Okay?
Yeah.
That,
Do you really want to trust
Right,
everything
yeah.
to the lowest bidder
you
when
really
your ass
gonna
is on the
trust
line?
the lowest bidder
Yeah, the
on
government
this
does that a
deal,
lot. Lowest
or
bidder.
what?
You know.
It's your ass, but you're an astronaut. You're there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this is real.
Don't worry if you die. It's going to be
But
headline
being
news,
lowest
baby. It's
bidder-
going to be
Being
spectacular.
the lowest
Up
bidder
your
doesn't
ass.
guarantee you the job. Being
Yeah.
the lowest bidder does
When
not
they-
guarantee you the job or the work. It's being in the know and knowing the right people that gets these
Yeah,
contracts.
but
You can bid
when they
$1
get
million.
saved-
You're right.
Mate
No,
could
no,
bid
no, no.
$2 million,
Don't think for a minute
But if
that
he's a mate of Trump's, he's got the contract.
on the grand scheme of things, the way contracting is handled in this country is a whole lot of behind the back door shit.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta understand too that when they say 3, 2, 1, it's your ass. Okay,
That's it.
that's when it all comes into focus there.
As
You
with
know?
any job, when the whistle blows, your ass is on the line. If
Yeah.
it goes wrong, baby, they're
It's
going to look
your
for the
ass.
lowest common
Yeah, but that's
denominator
a-
and say, "Oh, it's his
That's
fault."
a big ass whistle. blowing there.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I guess we ought to wrap it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody for coming by and visiting with us. David and Bernadette, we appreciate you coming by. Bob K, thank you for coming by and seeing us. Mitch and Julie, thank you so much for coming by and visiting with us. We appreciate it. Aussie Dave, always a pleasure to have you here, baby. We always love to hear from you down under.
Thank you. It's nice to express down under's voice every now and then.
Yeah. Well, we enjoy it. Thank you. Your insight is always appreciated here.
Yeah, you guys over there, you sneeze and we wipe your nose.
There you go.
Get the effect.
Well, I've had allergies lately, so get them tissues ready, brother. Anyway.
See you later.
All right. Jorge, I'm glad you come by, brother. Jorge, tire by. Hey, Jorge, where'd you go?
He's gone home.
Ah.
He's gone home.
Oh, Lord have mercy. He was here just a second ago. Jorge, we cannot hear you, brother. But thank you for coming by. We appreciate it tremendously. He'll catch up with us here in a minute, I'm sure. Maybe he had to run to the restroom. Anyway, Sparky Dunk, thank you very much for coming by, brother. Tell everybody over there at the Hollow Tree we said howdy.
There's no front porch next week, but there's going to be a back porch.
There's no front porch? What's up?
No, because Robin's getting oral surgery on Thursday, and he doesn't think he can do a show Thursday and Friday.
Oh, she has been looking for that for so long. Good. Well,
so the guy,
I'll try to come around on the back porch.
Yeah, we wanted to get together and have a group.
Oh, well,
so
I'll try to swing by.
I'll put you in the group.
All right, send me a message.
I'll ring you.
Yeah, what time y'all gonna start? Normal time.
We're gonna start at we're gonna start at 2 o'clock my time.
2 your time.
So that would be.
That makes it midnight.
That
my
would
time?
be 4 o'clock your time.
Yeah, 4 o'clock. All right, brother. I'll try to slip in there. Right after I get done with the Beer and Bud Friday, we'll slide over there. See what's happening at the tree.
Are you going to do the backgrounds only on Beer and Bud Friday?
We're exploring that little thing. Yeah, might be taking a trip every Friday or something. I don't know. I kind of enjoy it. I had fun with it.
To me.
Besides that, I learned things about it. I can pick up anything green and it disappears. Anybody's seen my beer bottle?
Yeah, that beer was looking a little weird.
Yeah, every time I picked it was a green bottle. So you hold it up in front of a green screen and you just don't even see it at all. It just.
I'm sure we can do that every Friday. Maybe we can actually have time to actually make it look a little bit better. But if everybody likes the jankiness that is what we rushed that quickly, then okay, yeah, we can do that every Friday. We can probably do a little bit better every Friday.
I got to plan it a little bit better, but have a little bit more fun with it. But
I got some ideas. Your show could be your backdrop. Whatever your show's themed, make it your backdrop if you can.
Well,
we got. We're actually going to be starting our studio revamping tomorrow.
Hopefully some of the equipment comes in tomorrow, so we might be changing everything up.
Yeah, specifically his mic stand, which I'll be glad to get rid of.
Get rid of my old trusty.
You need to change his mic too.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the next things that we may try to do.
One day at a time, sweet. Anyway.
Travis, did I ask you before how many channels you got the new desk?
Wait, what was that?
How many channels you got there?
Oh, how many channels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tracks, 4 of which have XLR and quarter inch, and then there's the 2 extra tracks over here that are RCA. And
what did you have before? You only had 3 channels.
The last one had 3 working channels. It was supposed to have 4.
Yeah.
Not Big including the RCAs and stuff, but it's just a little bit of future proofing here, in case we ever have to get more microphones at any given time or more people on locally.
Well,
I want to be able to get to a point, at a certain point, we can bring in guest video.
Oh, well, yeah, there's going to be that. Yeah,
that's going to be that now with what you got.
Yeah, we can do that now. Yeah. Just got to get better internet. Right now, internet is not going to suffice. We barely get out as is. Yeah, no, that's. I'm hoping that comes very soon. Because again,
we could even have Bernadette live in her garden. We could switch to her live in the garden.
That's true. And then we could just switch to her totally, and y'all would be tickled to shit, so you wouldn't have to look at me. I see where you're going here, buddy. I see.
Get out of here.
What are you going to have to do to get better internet?
pay more money.
No, it's not even paying more money. It's just waiting for Starlink to bless its satellites over us, because we're on a waiting list right now, waiting for Starlink, because it's going to be, for the price and for what it offers, it's going to be the best we can get, and it'll be way better than we've ever had over the last decade and a half living out here. So
do you think that's a worry, Elon Musk doing this internet thing? Because I didn't realize he was part owner or part discoverer of PayPal. That's where he made his millions. But he wanted to have his own internet company. That's pretty powerful control, isn't it? That's a lot of control.
So here's my opinion on that. When it comes to Elon Musk, Elon Musk as a person has done a lot of things that, I definitely do not agree with. But the thing is like,
he can be a jerk.
Yeah, he can be a jerk. But that being said, though, it's like the advancements that he's made with Tesla, as far as modernizing and making it seem more normal to have electric vehicles on the road. The Cybertruck is going to be pretty big deal, because
SpaceX, where
yeah, we're going. For one, the Starlink internet is supposed to fund missions that are going to be going to Mars and shit, which to me that is incredible. And a lot of people like to put out the argument of, we got a lot of things that are trying to be taken care of on Earth, why not devote the money to that? To which I say, your point, I understand where you're coming from, but the way I look at it is, I do
broadband everywhere.
Nation broadband everywhere was a thing that's been being preached about forever.
From Timothy. But that's what we need.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and
I agree that he's done some good stuff, and I agree that he's not a Donald Trump type rich person. He's a rich person that will share his money for good and self-improvement.
He's making a dime. Don't think he ain't. But he's pushing.
No.
He's pushing technology and science in the right way. It's got to go. So we'll give him benefits.
He also heads a company called Neuralink, which is showing very big promise. We watched a video last night of a monkey. Controlling a computer and playing Pong with his mind.
Playing Pong
yes.
with his mind. And damn good at it.
And the thing is with this is they're hoping...
playing good. Well, they gave him a joystick. And he learned how to control this joystick.
And the interface learned from the movements
the interface, yes.
of his brain.
So he learned how to do that. This was amazing. The monkey learned with a joystick how to chase this little square. If you put the dot in the square, you got a little shoot of banana juice out of the straw. So he learned really to keep moving that joystick to keep up with that little square box, so he could, and he kept doing it.
And the algorithm in the brain, the chip is learning from
him. The algorithms in his brain, and then
that's good shit.
They disconnect the joystick. It's disconnected. They come over there and pull the wire out. The monkey's still doing it with his hand, but it's not hooked up.
But let's get one thing clear. Like, yeah, it's okay. It's getting a chip planted in your brain, but the idea for this is so people who have been unable to use their limbs, who are bedridden, can actually use technology and actually even use it faster than we can, because everything they do will be by speed of thought.
And that technology will eventually come around.
And I can think of a lot of people who would benefit from
I always throw this at my kids. Well, because we took them to Roswell when they was young. Well, why wouldn't they look like that? When we describe an alien, we big eyes and they're long, Think about it. If you think about evolution, at some point in time with technology the way it is, there will be less physical work. We will get smaller bodies as it goes, more digital stuff to look at, so our eyes will get bigger, our brains will get bigger, and our fingers will probably have little pads on the end because we'll be used to touching stuff. I don't know. It doesn't take a whole lot of...
You're spot on.
It does,
But
if you follow evolution out, the way we're going, that's probably the way we're going to look like.
Yeah, but to sum up your
I don't know where the green
selection.
color comes from. I don't know. Maybe it's what we eat.
It's called natural selection. The body changes and adapts to the
That's how come we look the way we look now.
But before we cut it off, I just want to get back to your original question. Is that too much? I've thought about that because, it's like, think about it. That is a lot. Like, you think Jeff Bezos has it in with everything with Amazon and such, which it is expanding. Like,
what about Fox? Fox controls a lot of the minds and
Yeah, they're
brainwashes
already into
people.
mind control.
Oh yeah. They're
Asking
and they
Fox
didn't,
viewer.
They didn't need chips for that. They just needed people who sounded very convincing, I guess, to these people. But my point is, though, is like, yeah. But my thing is like, yes, I have my disagreements with Elon Musk, but I cannot deny the advancements he's making in technology that I'm hoping will benefit mankind. You know, and that's just all I can hope for. And when it comes to the internet thing, it's like, if people don't like that we're on a waiting list for Starlink, I'm sorry, but literally no one else is doing it, and we've been promised this by administration after administration after administration for years, and the people who have it already are being benefited by high-speed internet for the first time in years.
Read some of the people who already have Starlink, and they're
Yeah.
bragging about it. They got numbers that I don't even.
And I like to think
You know.
advancements going to the moon again or going to Mars, that will lead to other discoveries that I would hope would benefit mankind as a whole as well.
Not you and me, but the future.
The future.
Somebody
No,
has to
he's
think
not,
about
he's
it.
not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy.
Well,
He's not a bad guy.
I can't speak on his
he's
personality
putting his money in
and-
the right place.
Yeah, I can't speak on him personally. I don't know him that well. I know some of the shit that he gets
don't know
flack
him at
for,
all.
but yeah. So it's one of those. I see the things that he's doing, and I just can't. I can't turn my back on that.
Rather
you know.
him do it than someone like Trump.
I mean, if Trump was as fucking forward as he was of actually getting shit done that actually mattered, then, yeah, he's an evil son of a bitch. But look at the work he's doing. Trump couldn't even do that.
No.
A lot of even the people who hate us that are listening right now think, we're just obsessed with hating Trump. I wouldn't be as obsessed hating Trump if he gave us a reason to.
I'm more along the lines of, it's not Trump, it's bigotry, hatred, racism, all those things that he demonstrates. That's what I hate. It just embodies everything.
In 4 years, no policy.
Yeah.
No
Nothing.
policies in 4 years.
No
Think about
infrastructure,
it.
no health care plan that they're going to sign
4
every
weeks.
2 weeks.
4 weeks
Yeah.
away it was 2 weeks away for 4 years. So there's your answer.
They had got nothing. The Republicans have nothing. All they have is hate, and that's it, baby. They give their people somebody to hate. A reason that their life is so miserable is because of
culture.
John,
yeah,
killing 500,000 people. The man killed 500,000. He kept a secret that killed people. He admitted he'd done the opposite to what he was advised to do to save lives.
Yes.
He done the opposite. I did the opposite.
In my book, he's got blood on his hands, baby.
He's a murderer.
Yes, he's killed he's killed more Americans than any other president has. With his arrogance and his ignorance, his desire to be the master of all. Oh well, here we
A
go.
god.
All right, here we go. We're gonna wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for coming. Where you going?
Hang on a second. Just keep that going.
All right. Investigating noises outside. Anyway, no telling what it is. Probably another alien attack coming by with spaceships and aliens and the helicopters and black men. Anyway,
Don't worry about it, John.
yeah. Anyway.
Don't stress.
No. It is what it is. We're dealing with it. We'll deal with it.
You're stronger than that.
I'm better than that.
And they're not getting to you.
And that is, it's hard on our society as a whole. We have a lot of people in our society that are they drank the Kool-Aid. Many of us that was talking earlier, we drive down a street that's loaded up with Trump signs on it. They're gone for the moment, but we can't let them go forever. Eventually,
invested.
they all got some Biden bucks, so they cut a little edge off the edge of it, and next thing you know, they're going to get some big job or something. They've been really going to make their life better from some infrastructure project that Biden did. I just, over time, and with the addition of more stories of the evil orangutan, his legal problems and the other shit that he'd be exposed for, is eventually over time it's going to be an embarrassment that you even supported him. At least that's what I'm hoping for my neighbors down the street, that at some point they come to the realization that they were duped, they were conned, they were sold a bill of goods. He's just nothing but a thieving asshole who will lie his ass off about anything. He just exposes your hatred for what it is. So, what do you do?
You're spot on. A lot of people are so emotionally invested in it, they can't admit they were wrong. So
that's
they'll just
the problem.
float along
Is
with
they
it.
have a problem admitting that they were wrong. You asked a little while ago how come people still support him and follow him and donate to him and all that, and it's that old adage. If you could, if you could take the lowest person on the totem pole and convince him that by virtue of his skin or his religion or whatever it is they're trying to sell here, that by that nature he is better than any man of color, then that white man, he won't mind it when you pick his pockets because he thinks he's doing something for the cause, baby. They're ignorant to that degree. They will donate to the cause because they're afraid of.
Here's a simple answer.
Yeah.
If I found out that Obama had paid off a 16-year-old's parents to shut up or go away from a court case that he had a relationship with a 16-year-old girl just before an election, I would hate Obama, not love him.
Yeah.
I do now.
Yeah.
I would say no, I was wrong. The man was a crook, or the man was a pedophile.
Yeah.
Fucking
you have to stand up for what call it what it is. You can't run blind. They showed a graph in the news about the two things: the George Floyd, the murder trial going on, and Matt Gaetz, and the amount of coverage those two subjects are getting on the national networks. And there you see, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, all this. Everybody's got a big one over there. They're really covering these two big stories. Fox, barely a freaking mention. Does not play into their narrative. They do not want to cover the Derek Chauvin murder trial because he's a white guy. He's a cop. Hey, he's the law and order guy. They don't want to cover the stories because it's not conducive to their market
agenda.
Yes, their people. Same way with the Matt Gaetz. They're not covering it. They're not talking about the 17-year-old girl and all this shit so much because they promoted the shit out of him. It's not news. It's a propaganda station over there, as I always point out. Fox spews the most anti-American bullshit you can put on your TV, and you're ignorant every time you turn the channel to that station. Because it is nothing but propaganda.
And the whole world would back you on that stuff. This is the other thing. The whole world knows Fox is phony.
Yes. As a matter of fact, they got problems right now. The American Defense League or something, I can't remember the ADL. Anyway, they wrote a letter to Murdoch trying to get Tucker Carlson off the air for his rant the other day about the story we just talked about, the transformation of America by diluting their lily white ass vote, and we can't have that. Importing voters, making more voters. We're importing them over. They're becoming Americans, and go figure they vote Democrat.
All over the fucking world. We take people in.
Yeah.
Germany takes people in. The whole world takes people in.
That's what we do. Look it up in Leviticus. Treat the immigrant as you would because you were an immigrant in one land. Anyway, look it up in the Bible. It's in there. That's the way it is. Anyway. I guess we're going to
do all.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do all.
Yeah. Treat the immigrant.
Stay out of my country.
Yourself.
Stay out of my country. Yep.
Yeah. It's be nice if we didn't have those countries.
Let's say goodnight again.
I'll say goodnight. Dave, thank you for bringing it up again. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night.
Did I go? Yeah, I
good night.
Good night, Spark. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Yep, we run a little long, but that's fine. Conversation is always great. For everybody out there on our YouTube channel, our Facebook, on Periscope, baby, we appreciate it. Goth Bosch, the Jedi Master Engineer, thank you for being here. Gary Atkins, thank you. We appreciate it. Sonia C., Timothy, thank you. Don Cheeto, have a good night, my friend. We appreciate everybody who comes by and spends a little time with us. We love you. We'll be back here tomorrow. I don't know what time because we're going to be tearing some stuff up in there trying to change it if the equipment comes in tomorrow. But we will be back here for our rant on Monday, and then we'll be back here Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting. So please come by and join us. Come on Discord, join the conversation. We'd like to have you. Anyway, love y'all. Y'all take good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night again.
Good night again.
We'll see y'all later.